Good morning, everyone. Good morning to all of you. So first, let me know, is audio and video both okay? Is everything okay? Okay, good morning to all of you. How are you all? So this is our first class for your crash course of IEIFS, okay? And the crash course is starting today only with the subject of your IEIFS. And first of all, in the crash course, what we are going to do and how we are going to cover your syllabus in a certain period of time, everything related to the batch, I will inform you in this particular session. Plus, we will discuss the certain concepts related to your economics because to gain a foundation for your A and B module. So when it comes to the IEIFS, first of all, this is your crash course of your English medium crash course. And this is the first orientation class, or I can say the demo class it is. And the next thing is, okay, 1 second. Yeah. So this is your crash course, and if we talk about IEIFS subject, this is your paper 1. It have 4 modules. When it comes to Indian economy, Indian financial system, it is a combination of 2 subjects. First is Indian economy, second is Indian financial system. This is a combination of 2 subjects, okay? And when it comes to the combination of 2 subjects, it simply means that the 2 different parts have been added. That actually gives you the overview how the whole economy is working. Because in the first and second module, that's the A and B module, you will study the Indian economic architecture and the economics concept related to the banking. So this A and B modules cover your first Indian economic subject. The C and D module, that is your Indian financial architecture and financial product and services, it covers your Indian financial system. Okay, the Indian economy is simply how your country works. How the country works, how the country evolved at the time of Britishers till now, how Indian economy evolved, that you have to study in the A and B module. In the C and D module, you will find that we will study how financial system evolve. What is financial system? Simply a system where we exchange the funds among the people who have surplus money and the people who have deficit of money. So this exchange of funds among these 2 people is known as your what? Financial system. So the 2 subjects are there that overall help you to understand how this overall economy is working, how the country is working. Okay, so the both subject is very important, or they have a very good role in making the skill enhancement or making people know how actually the things works in the country. Okay, so accordingly, we will cover these 4 modules. And next thing is that because these are 2 different subjects, so they also have a different weightage in your paper. When it comes to Indian economy talks about module A and B, and it covers 40% of your syllabus. Okay, because this Indian economy starts with the unit number 1 and ends with the unit number 19, and that's a 40% syllabus of your IEIFS. The Indian financial system unit starts with 20 and ends with the 45th unit. So you have 60% syllabus weightage in C and D module. Okay, so Indian economy, Indian financial system, these are 2 subjects and they have a different weightage here. Now, in case of Indian economy, you will find theory-based question, concept-based question, and data-based question. Now, what is theory-based question? It means we have to study a kind of history, like what used to happen at the time of Britishers were in India. So British era we have to study. Then we have to study the post-liberalization period. Or first we have to study the British era. Then we have to study the post-independence period. Then we have to study your post-liberalization period. Then we have to study post-global financial crisis period. And now, which we are living in post-COVID period. So this is the sequence, or we can say this is how the Indian economy evolved from a time when the Britishers used to rule us, and right now after COVID-19 pandemic, how we are surviving. So that's a kind of theory you have to cover. Okay. Then second, we have concepts. Concept means what is actually national income, what is GDP, what is inflation, what is demand and supply, what is monetary policy, what is fiscal policy. These are the terminologies we have to cover. So that's a concept-based questions will be there. The question can be asked on the monetary policy instrument. The question can be asked on inflation. What are the causes of inflation? Question can be asked on the fiscal policy, like what are the instruments of fiscal policy, what is fiscal deficit, what is primary deficit. These are the conceptual questions. Okay, then the database questions can also be there. Database question means they can ask what is the contribution of Indian economy in global GDP, what is the contribution of Indian economy in global exports. Or they can ask, in India, maximum employment comes from which sector, primary, secondary, or tertiary? How much employment generation is done by the primary sector? So actual numbers. What is the rank of India in solar power in the world? Second, they can ask what is the rank of India in renewable energy. So these are the questions. That's a database question. You should remember that India ranks at 4th rank. India is at the 4th rank when it comes to the renewable energy. India is at the 5th rank when it comes to the solar power. Okay, apart from that, India's maximum employment created by the agriculture sector, that is around 48.9%. The maximum national income of India created by the service sector, that is around 52.8%. So these are what? These are the database questions, and these data you have to memorize. Okay, so these 3 patterns of questions can be seen from A and B module: theory based, concept based, and data based. Okay, then in Indian financial system, you will find only concept-based questions, and concept-based questions in very much depth. Concept-based questions will be there in a very much depth. You have to ask, you have to answer the questions. That's your C&D. So C&D have a weightage, more weightage. C&D have a more tough question. Maximum question from the C&D module will be in the a statement-based question. And when it's a statement-based question, in a single question, they give 8 to 9 statements also. And they will ask which of the following is correct, which of the following is incorrect. So these kind of questions, maximum will be seen from the C&D module. Okay, next. Next, these are the syllabus or unit of your subject module-wise. So first we have module A, it have 11 units. Module A, that is Indian economic architecture, that have 11 units. Module B, that is your economic concepts related to banking. These have from unit number 12 to 19. Then the module C, Indian financial architecture, have a unit number 20 to 28. And the last module, module D, financial product and services, have your from unit number 29 to 45. These are the topics, these are the units you have. So you can see there are 4 modules, there are 45 units. How many units are there? 45 units are there, around 700 pages books it is. So we have to be very sure about it, like what to cover and what not to cover. See, when it's a crash course and when it's a comprehensive batch, what's the difference between the two? In comprehensive batch, word to word study will be done. Everything will be covered. You will have more knowledge about the subject. You will have more knowledge about the terminologies. You will be more aware about the subject. That's a comprehensive batch because each and every word will be explained to you. Okay. Now in crash course, we are going to cover everything which is going to be there in the paper, but in a very small pattern, or I can say a kind of way we will cover your syllabus. It will cover everything. Nothing will be left, but not in the comprehensive way. So that's the kind of strategy we have to take here, because see what happened when we talk about your crash course. The mentors who are going to be taking your classes of individual subjects, they have experience of a lot of years now in the JAIIB, CIB, bank promotion exams. So when, let's say for example, if I talk about myself in Indian economy, in Indian financial system, I find when I see the syllabus of Indian economy, Indian financial system, when I see the particular unit, so I know the unit 1 overview of Indian economy have a lot of theory content. A lot of contents are there that is not useful. But when you do the comprehensive study, we try to understand you, we try to explain you that theory in kind of such a way as a story. Like Britishers came to India, that's what they have done in India. East India Company was there. This have been done by the East India Company. They have exploited our labors. They have exploited our capital or certain kind of things. Like we create a story for all of you and accordingly so that you will remember everything. Now, when it comes to the crash course in Indian overview chapter, you will find 20 to 25 points are there. That is very much important. Okay, now what will be the challenge here? The challenge will be for you. When it comes to the comprehensive batch, we create a story, we create a picture, imaginary picture in your mind, like this happened, then that, then that, then that. So this makes it easy for you to understand and to remember it very easily, because you have a story in your mind about the chapter. In case of crash course, we will be discussing the concept. Conceptual study is everything, whether you are going for a conceptual classes, comprehensive classes, your revision batch, your crash course, doesn't matter. Concept is everything that we will be covering in the revision batch as well as the crash course, but in such a way that everything will be covered. So what challenge will be for you? You have to revise the content multiple times. That's the only thing you have to do, and definitely you will clear the paper. Okay, Priya ma'am, chalo, let's continue. So this is the syllabus we have discussed here. Now the passing criteria. If you are going for an individual subject, let's say there are people who have already cleared 1 or 2 subjects earlier, and this time they are going for IE, IFS or PPB, or only for retail banking or only for AFM. So whenever you want to clear individual subject, in each subject you need 50 marks out of 100. Okay, you need 50 marks if you are going for an individual subject. But if you want to clear JAIIB in single attempt, 2 conditions have to be followed, have to be fulfilled. 2 criteria have to be fulfilled. The first criteria is each subject have minimum 45 score out of 100. Okay, and the overall score in the JAIIB should be 200 out of 400. Okay, so this is the 2 criteria if you want to clear JAIIB in the single attempt, in the first attempt. And I would suggest you, if you are a person who is going for the JAIIB first time, have this in your mind that you have to clear the JAIIB in single attempt. Do not create a kind of mind in mind yours, like I will clear 2 subjects this time and the next 2 subjects I will cover in the next time, in the October month. Don't do that. Focus that all the JAIIB subject I will clear in the first attempt. That is easy to clear. Now, next thing, pattern of questions. All these types of pattern of questions will be available in your all subjects. Okay, but the weightage of asking these questions will be different as per the subject. So first of all, one-liner questions are kind of questions. They have a one-word options. Like what is the full form of CRR? One-word options will be given. Then they are asking under Banking Regulation Act 1949, which section defines the business of banking? In the options, you will get the section name only. So that's a one-word question. That's very easy. That's a one-liner question. Then filling the blanks, they will give you a paragraph. Out of those paragraph, or they can give you 3 to 4 statement. Out of those paragraph and 3 to 4 statement, you will find they have given 4 to 5 blanks to you. Hana? In single question of filling the blanks, you will find 3 to 4 or 4 to 5 blanks are there that you have to answer. And match the following, you all know, they will give you 2 columns, 4 or 5 terms, and you have to match with the right column. Then a statement based question. So in IE, IFS, this is the maximum pattern of question you will find. Statement based questions will be there. This is the maximum pattern of questions will be there. Okay. So in a statement based question, they even give 8 to 9 statements in some questions. And they will ask which of the following is true or which of the following is false. So correct, incorrect statement questions will be there, in which up to 8 to 9 statements can be there in a single question of yours. Okay, so do remember, this is the toughest pattern of question, and maximum question will be of statement based. Then we have a numerical questions. Numerical questions will come from a limited 4 to 5 chapters of yours, and they are very easy to be done. I will show you in the further slide that what are the topics from which we have to cover the numerical. Then the case study question. The case study questions will be very less in case of IE, IFS. The maximum case study question will be seen in the PPB. Hana, it will be seen in the PPB. So these are the pattern of question. Acha, if I talk about PPB crash course also started in the morning at 6 a.m. So morning 6 a.m. from today only, we have started the PPB also. Okay, Suprabha ma'am started this batch. Chalo, pattern of question we have seen now, the marks distribution. In module A, B, you will find around 30 to 40 marks questions can be there. Okay, and the remaining for 60 to 65 questions will be from your C&D. So you can see weightage of C&D is more, but it's not like we only study C&D and will be able to clear the paper. We have to cover everything. Hana? We have to go with everything. We have to cover every chapter, every unit, every topic. Nothing can be left. Now, Next, we have time. In case of A and B module, if you want to do the self-study, then you will need 25 to 40 hours, so 25 to 30 hours. Okay, that's for the self-study purpose. Next, if you are looking, Hana, if you are looking for C and D module, if you do the self-study, you will need 45 to 50 hours. So these are the hours you have to allot for yourself. But when you are going for a paid courses or a live courses, Hana, accordingly, this hours will change. This hours I have created for those people. If you want that you have a book and from there you want to cover, you can cover in these hours. Now, the numerical chapters. So first numerical chapter you can have from insurance. Like they can ask the claim of the insurance. It have been asked in October 2023. CSR, corporate social responsibility, in October 2023. One question was there from the corporate social responsibility, that is CSR. In mutual fund, they asked to calculate the net asset value. So this was also there in October. Then in inflation, they ask you to calculate the inflation rate. In money supply, they ask you question from calculating M1, M2, M3, M4. One question was there in the October 2023. Then union budget numericals are there. They can ask you like calculate the net indirect taxes, calculate the primary deficit, calculate the budgetary deficit. These kind of questions can be there. Then the question will be from national income and aggregates chapter. Like they can ask you to calculate GDP, to calculate GVA, to calculate NDP, NNP. These kind of questions can be there. So that's a numerical topics for us. All these are what? Numerical topics. Okay, now how to study? There are three things that is very important to be done. First, conceptual clarity. Doesn't matter you have a comprehensive batch, you have a crash course, you have a revision batch, you are studying by yourself, always go with the conceptual study. That's the only thing that can make your exam clear to you. If you try to mug up the things, if you try to do rectification and you are thinking that I will clear paper in this way, not possible. So if you want to clear the paper, focus on the conceptual study. Second, time management is very much important. You have to dedicate every day the time to your all 4 subjects. Because you know, on 25th of May, you have your IFS paper. On 26th of May, you have your PPB paper. So both the papers are without their gap, 25th and 26th. So from 1st of May, trust me, from 1st of May till 26th of May, you will only be thinking about IFS and PPB. You won't be having a time for AFM and RBWM. And that's why you have to start preparation for all the 4 subjects together. Okay, now what happens in case of your, let's say, for example, I'm talking about IFS and PPB. From 1st of May till 1st of May, you have to cover your syllabus. Then 1st to 20th of May, you will get a time to revise by yourself. Hana, revision have to be done by yourself. From 20 to 24th of May, you will find the marathons. The marathon of IFS, the marathon of PPB is going on. English medium, bilingual, both. So from 20 to 24, you will be busy in the marathon. And from 1st to 20, you will be busy in revising the content of IFS and PPB. So that's why it's very important right now, start managing your time for all the 4 subjects. Okay, you will get 1 week difference or 1 week gap and 1 week gap for AFM as well as for RBWM. But still, you have to be in those 1 week. You only will be revising the syllabus of AFM and RBWM. The revision will only can be done there and the marathon can be attended. But if you want that you will get proper what? Clear all the 4 subjects in the one attempt, then you have to start managing your time for each subject. Okay, now live class revision. The second important thing is that you have to keep revising the content. Revision is must, because the syllabus is very vast and a lot of theoretical part is there in each subject, not in only IFS, in each subject. So that's why you have to clear proper revision. Then the third thing that you have to do is your practice. The full length mock test and your topic wise mock test both have to be given. Okay, they will help you to understand how to apply the concept that you have already studied. And the last thing is you have to analyze it. With the analysis, you also get the help to revise the content, because analysis when you do of the topic wise test or full length mock test, you will find the solution have been given with the explanation. So if you have somehow answered the question wrong, you will get the explanation there. You can answer, you can check the explanation, you can revise your content from there. So that's why topic wise and full length mock test is there. And these are the three things that you have to repeat. Do the conceptual study, do the revision, and third, give the mock test and repeat. Conceptual study, revision, and mock test. These are the three things you have to do. Okay, now the sources. So first of all, whether you have a comprehensive batch or you have a crash course, here you will find all the classes and all the practice texts also. The topic wise test is there, and always also the full length mock test is there. In each topic wise test, you have 20 to 25 questions. In every test, you have how many questions? 20 to 25 questions. And full length, you have whole paper, Hana. Then on YouTube, Monday to Saturday, your series is going on. Okay, and in single day you can practice 40 questions every day. You can practice 40 questions of all the 4 subjects of yours. So you can say in one day you are practicing new 40 questions every day. So you can imagine how many questions you can practice till your paper. Okay, and the Sunday special classes already started. In the Sunday, the last Sunday, that was yesterday, we had IFS special class and AFM2 special classes were there. So obviously in the special class, if the class will be of 50, let's say 1 hour or 1 and more hour, then 40 or 50 or more than 50 questions will be discussed. So these are the sources where you can practice. A lot of questions are available in front of you. And after practicing all these questions, trust me, there will be no particular topic in your syllabus of an individual subject that you have not practiced yet. So do follow all these practice sources. You will be getting benefit out of it. Okay, these are the sources. Now, what we will be doing in the batch. So first of all, in the batch, you will be find in IFS, I will tell you, I will start with the A, then B, C, and then D module. Then conceptual classes will be there in which we will discuss on the concepts, and you have to focus on the class by understanding the concept only. The next thing, you will get topic wise test, you will get full length mock test, you get ebook and PDFs. Class PDFs will be those PDF which mentors will be using to teach you. Okay, and ebooks will be the books that have been created by the content team as per your syllabus. And for IFS, you also get the revision notes module wise. Okay, you will get the revision notes module wise. So that is the summary sheet, kind of a summary sheet will be available to you. And the summary sheet will be available module wise, not an individual topic wise. Module wise summary sheet I will be giving to all of you once once we have completed the module. Okay, this module wise summary sheet will help you to do the quick revision at the time of exam. Okay, so this is what we are going to do. Apart from that, in IFS, I will let you know what you have to do in the class. You only have to focus on the concept. Do not try to make notes in the class, and do not try to make notes even, because what you have to do, you have an online platform. You can watch recording in double speed. You have a PDF, you can read from there also. So you do not have to write down the notes. Okay, so focus in the class only on concept. Okay, so first of all, as we complete one unit, first of all, only you have to focus on concept, and this is how we will cover our syllabus in crash course. The another thing here is that after this, let's say a certain unit we have completed. Now this is your responsibility that you give topic wise test of that unit. So once your particular unit have been completed, you have to go for a topic wise test. Next, when one module will be completed, in that situation, module wise test will be there that I will conduct in the class. And the last thing, when the module completes, you will get module wise summary sheet. Okay, summary sheet will be available, that is module wise, not a topic wise. It will be available module wise. And this summary sheet is for the quick revision. If you think I can only read the summary sheet and I will clear the paper, that's your misunderstanding. It cannot be done. Summary sheet is for the quick revision period. Let's say, for example, in the end days, like in the last 15 days from your exam, you are not able to understand from where to revise, because there is a 700 pages book and you have to cover everything. So how to revise, from where to start, from where to end? For that, this quick revision will help you out. Okay, so this is the whole information about the batch, like what we are going to do in the batch. So first let me know, is there any doubt till now? If you have any doubts in your mind, any questions in your mind about the crash course, about the syllabus, about the subject, do ask me. Otherwise, we will start our foundation for economics. All clear? Let me know. All okay. I'm a JAIIB batch student, as I missed a few classes of JAIIB batch. No, Varsha ma'am, if you are from a JAIIB batch and you missed their classes, you have to cover from there only. JAIIB batch is a comprehensive batch. The way of covering the syllabus in the JAIIB batch is different. In the crash course, it will be different. Hana? So if you are from JAIIB batch and you are thinking the same content you will get here, that's the difference between the both subject. Hana? Chalo, let's continue. So this now we will be discussing a certain terms related to economics just to build a foundation for you, so that from tomorrow onwards, when we'll start our study from the unit 1, you will get the context here. So first of all, we are going to talk about economics. If we talk about economics, there are two, I will add here, let's say, 1 second. Okay, so when it comes to economics, there are two terms. First is economy, and the second term is economics. And economics we all have heard about. Hana, economics is a subject. We have heard about it in the school also, in the college also, and right now you are also studying this economics. So economics is a subject, and if it's a subject, you are studying something na here. So a study of economy, this study of economy is known as economics. Hana, so what we are doing, we are studying the economy, that's your economics. Now, what is economy? Why we are studying this? Economy is simply a system. It's a system where we are doing production, we are performing distribution and consumption. Production, distribution and consumption of what? Of goods and services will be done. So what is economy? Economy is simply a system where production, distribution and consumption of goods and services is going on. And when you study this system, when you study how we are producing, how we are distributing, how we are consuming the goods and services, that is known as economics. Okay, that is known as what? Economics. Now, why we are actually studying this system? What's the reason? In the economy, we are studying that it's a system. Production, distribution of goods and services will be done here. When you study the system is economics. But why? What is the need to study the system? Because in every economy, there is a scarcity of resources. Scarcity means we have a limited resources. There is a scarcity of resources. And not only in country wise, but also as a household wise. Let's say, for example, if we talk about our households for a second, like in our family, we have a certain number of people, 4, 5, 10, 15, whatever the number of people we have in the family. And in our family, there is a scarcity of resources. In our family, we face a scarcity of resources. Like there are, let's say, 6 family members. Their needs are different and the available resources are different. It happens with every family. Like the needs of the family members, the need of the family is different, and the resources they have to fulfill the need is different. There are only 2 people who are earning in the family, and there are 4 people who are dependent on them. So the earning of 2 people making survival of the 6 people in a one family. So simply the resources are limited, but the needs will be high. Now, how to manage these two? To manage these two, every month, every year, we prioritize our things. In our family, we prioritize our things. Like these are the 10 things which we require, and we have fund only for the 5 things. So out of these 10 requirements, we prioritize the top 5 requirements of our, and accordingly we fulfill our needs. That's what we do, right? That's what we do. So simply scarcity of resources is there. Scarcity of resources is there, but when it comes to the needs and wants, we have unlimited needs and wants. We have what? We have unlimited needs and wants. And to fulfill this unlimited needs and wants, we are studying economy. So we have to find out a certain way that how to allocate these resources that we fulfill the needs and wants. So this study of this allocation is actually your economics. So we have said economics is a study of economy. What we have said here, we said economics is a study of economy. What is economy? It's a system where production, distribution, consumption of goods and services will be done. And why you are studying this system? Because there is a scarcity of resources and unlimited needs and wants. So while you are studying your economy, you are finding out the way how to allocate the resources so that maximum needs and wants will be fulfilled. And that's where economics helps. Okay, so that's why we have to study the economy in the economics, so that we will find out how to fulfill the needs and wants of the people. Clear? Let me know, clear till now? Mandagini ma'am, I will do, I have shared a number yesterday, I guess. So do drop a message on that. Clear till now? Now, the next thing we have is that this economics is divided into 2 branches. The first is microeconomics and the second is macroeconomics. So economics have been divided into 2 branches, micro and macro. Microeconomics is a study of individual. Microeconomics is what? It is the study of individual. When you study the individual, that is a microeconomics. Macroeconomics is a study of whole economy. So when you study whole economy, that is you're known as macroeconomics, and microeconomics is a study of individual. Basic. Do remember, this is the class that's a foundation for your economics terms that we are going to start from tomorrow onwards. So microeconomics is a study of individual, macroeconomics is a study of whole economy. So let's say in this class we have 80 students. Okay, out of all these 80 students, if I am talking about the needs and wants of Sudhanshu sir only, so this is what kind of a study? Out of 80 students, I am doing a study only on Sudhanshu sir, and I am studying what his needs and wants. What kind of a study is it? Micro or macro? Let me know what kind of a study it will be, micro or macro? Obviously micro study, because out of an 800, yes, very good. Out of 80 students, you are studying individual student. That's a micro study. And when I study the whole 80 students' needs and wants in this particular class, that is what? That's a macro study. Same thing is there. When you study individual person, individual unit, individual firm, individual entity, that's your micro study. Okay, and when you study whole economy, all the companies, all the, let's say, individual people, when you study them together, that is known as your macro study. Okay, and the branches of economics, these micro and macro, have been divided by Mr. Ragnar Fritsch in 1933, that we see in the further PDFs. Okay, so this is, we have seen 2 branches of economics are there. Now the next thing we have, there are certain economic systems. we have two economic system. Okay, first we have, sorry, three economic system. First we have capitalistic economy. Second we have socialistic economy. And third we have mixed economy. So we have three economic system: capitalistic, socialistic, and mixed. Okay, now capitalistic economy is the economic system where private industrialists decide, or private industrialist runs the economy. So when the private industrialist runs the economy, that is known as capitalistic economy. When government runs the economy, that is known as socialistic economy. Government runs the economy. And mixed means both run the economies. When government and private both runs the economy, that is known as mixed economy. That's a mixed economy. Okay, the objective or the motto of capitalistic economy is simply profit maximization. Okay, their motto is what? Profit maximization. The private companies want to increase their profit day by day. The motto of socialistic economy is social welfare. The government is running the economy, so government will always want to fulfill the needs and wants of people, to do the social welfare. So the objective of your socialistic economy is to do the social welfare. And the mixed economy means what? Simply where both mottos will be fulfilled. The profit maximization and the social welfare both will be done. That is known as your what? Mixed economy. Okay, so capitalistic economy run by private industrialists, socialistic economy run by government, mixed economy run by both. Capitalistic economy run for the motive of profit earning, socialistic for social welfare, and mixed for both. Now let me know, if we are saying that capitalistic economic system run by the private industrialist, what does it mean? Does it mean that the law and order of the country will always be with the private industrialist? So you are saying that the private industrialists are running the economy. It means what? The law and order of economy will always be also be with the private industrialist. Yes or no? Let me know. Obviously, no. The law and order will always remain with the government of the country, not with the private industrialists. Now, what is the meaning of this, that the private industrialists are running economy? It means that there are three economic problems. That is what to produce, how to produce, and for whom to produce. These are the three major economic problems we have: what to produce, how to produce, for whom to produce. When the decision regarding these three major problems will be taken by private industrialists, that is known as capitalistic economy. When the decisions regarding these three major economic problems taken by government, that's a socialistic economy. And when these three decisions will be taken by both, that is known as a mixed economy. Okay, so simply when you take the decisions regarding who will decide what to produce, how to produce, and for whom to produce by private industrialists, that's a capitalistic, by government, that's a socialistic, and by both, that's a mixed economy. Clear? Let me know. The three economic system clear to all of you? And also let me know, what is the economic system that India follows? What economic system India is following? That is mixed economy. Correct. India having a mixed economy from 1991. From 1991, when we have done the privatization, India became the mixed economy. Okay, very good. So these are the three economic systems. They have a different other names also. So capitalistic economy Capitalistic economy is also known as with the other name of market economy. It is also named as market economy. It is also named as laissez-faire economy. Okay, so do remember the other two names also. Why we are calling it market economy or laissez-faire economy as well? Because the capitalistic economy run by the private industrialist. When the private industrialists are running the economy, it means they have a freedom. On the basis of the market demand and supply, they can decide what to do in the market. So when the freedom is there, the economy runs with the market conditions, or economy has a freedom. That's a capitalistic economy. So do not try to mug up the concept, try to understand the concept. Capitalistic is why we are calling market or laissez-faire, because it have a freedom, because it is dependent on the market's demand and supply. Accordingly, private industrialists will run the economy. That's why the other two names have been given to it. Now, when it comes to the socialistic economy, the socialistic economy also have two other names. That's a planned economy and command economy. Now, why we are calling it a planned economy? Because government have planned it. Government had made the plan and you have to follow that plan. That's why it's a planned economy. Why we are calling it a command economy? Because government gives us the command. We cannot do anything by our wish. I cannot decide that I have to follow the government's command. I have to follow the government's order. So that's why it is known as command and planned economy. Then mixed economy have the other name. That's a dual economy, because both are running the economy. So that's why it is known as dual economy. Okay, so these are the three other the other names of the market economy, or we can say the other types of economic system. Now, the sectors of economy. So economy have three sectors. When it comes to the sectors of economy, the sectors of economy was divided by CSO. CSO stand for Central Statistical Office. Central Statistical Office was created by Government of India for calculation of national statistical data. What happened? The government said, after the Britishers left post-independence, the government said that we have to have a particular body which will focus on all the economic or statistical data, like which will calculate all the national income, GDP, per capita income, inflation, everything. That's what government said, that we need a particular body which will calculate all the statistical data for us. And the government have created CSO. Now, CSO wanted to calculate the national income. To calculate national income, CSO divided the economic sector for three categories, or the three sectors have been created by CSO. That is your primary sector, also known as agriculture sector. Okay, second we have secondary sector, also known as industrial sector. Third, we have tertiary sector, also known as service sector. Okay, so these are the three sectors of economy: primary, secondary, and tertiary. Primary means agriculture, secondary means industrial, and tertiary means service sector. Clear? Now, one more important thing here that you have to remember, the note that in 2019, CSO and NSSO, they both have been merged. And after merging these two, a single entity created by Government of India, and that entity known as your National Statistical Office or organization. So National Statistical Organization is the new entity that have been created by government after merging CSO and NSO in 2019. Okay. Also remember, CSO divided Indian economy into three sectors: primary, secondary, and tertiary, for the purpose of calculating the statistical data. Okay. Now, what is primary sector? Primary sector is simply a sector where you will find that the collection of natural resources will be done. Collection of natural resources. So what actually we are doing in the primary sector or the agriculture sector, we are collecting the natural resources. Like natural resources, it can be anything. Raw material you are collecting, that's the primary sector. Secondary sector we have, in which we are performing processing of natural resources to convert them into what? Into final goods, or you can call it a finished goods. Finished goods or final goods, both are same. So finished goods means, or final goods means, those that can be directly consumed, that can be directly used. That's a final goods or a finished goods. And the third we have here, tertiary sector, in which you provide services to primary and secondary sector. You provide services to primary and secondary sector. If you want an example, let's say in the primary sector, when you were collecting the natural resources, you have collected the wood. Okay, and that would have been sent to the secondary sector, where this would have been processed and converted into furniture. So they created a table, they created a chair. Okay, and let's say this is a wrong chair or table have been delivered, or they have been, let's say, cracked or something. So you are providing the service to repair them. You are providing a service to replace them. That's the service sector. Okay, so let me know primary, secondary and tertiary. All the three sectors of economy clear to you? Answer quickly, is it clear? Okay, clear to all. Chalo, done. Now next we have the economy have two types as well, that is open economy and closed economy. On the basis of this open and closed economy is on the basis of your, what we can call it, the interaction with other countries, the interaction with world. So when there is no restrictions on exports and imports of goods and services, by government. So when the government of your country have put no restrictions on the export import of goods and services, that is known as open economy. That is known as what? Open economy, where there is no restrictions on the goods and services, export and import. Closed economy means the economy where the government had put restrictions on foreign trade. Foreign trade simply means export import. You can call it export import, you can call it a foreign trade, both are same. So there are restrictions on foreign trade by government of India. That is your closed economy. So the economy where you cannot perform export import of goods and services is closed economy. Where you can perform, that's an open economy. Now what is the type of Indian economy? Is it open or is it closed? What's the type of Indian economy? Is it open or closed? Very good, it's open. We can do export import of goods and services, we can perform in the foreign trade. And it happened in the year 1991 when we have introduced the LPG. Okay, chalo. So I guess basic things we have covered. One more thing we have to cover here. The definitions of economics have been given. Another certain definitions have been given by certain economists, that is very important. First is Mr. Adam Smith. Mr. Adam Smith is also known as the father of economics. Second, we have Mr. Alfred Marshall. Mr. Alfred Marshall have given us the definition of economics. Then Mr. Lionel Robbins he have also given us the definition of economics. Then we have fourth Mr. Paul Samuelson. He also have given us the economics definition. All these four economics definition name you have to remember. Mr. Adam Smith have given us a wealth definition. He has given us the wealth definition. Mr. Alfred Marshall has given us a welfare definition. Mr. Lionel Robbins have given us the scarcity definition. And Mr. Paul Samuelson has given us the growth definition. So this is, you have to remember. Like which economist has given the what definition to us of the economics. Okay, this is important that you have to remember. Clear? Now. So, we have understand all the terms here. Now let's move forward. Achha, before that, you can see here the definition of economics says that allocation of scarce resources of an economy according to our priority in order to satisfy the needs and wants of individual as well as society. So that's what we have studied already. We have studied that economics is a study of economy. Why you are studying economy? Because you have a scarcity of resources and unlimited needs and wants. That's what it is talking about. You have to allocate the resources in such a way you are able to prioritize your needs and wants, and you will be able to fulfill individuals' needs as well as society's needs. That's the definition of economics. Now, economics word have been taken from a term that is a Greek word. Economics have been taken from a word that's a Greek word that named as a oikonomikos. Oikonomikos is a Greek word which means household management. So in the starting of the session, I have told you that when you manage your house, when you prioritize your needs over your resources, so that's what we're talking about here, your what? Household management. So oikonomikos means household management. So economikos or oikonomia, these are the word, that's a Greek word from where we have created economics. And what they means the task of managing household. So how you are managing your household while your household have a scarcity of resources and unlimited needs and wants. This study is known as oikonomikos or oikonomia. When the same thing you done on the nation, when you study the task of management of nation, that is your economics. Okay, that's your what? That's your economics. Now, you can see Mr. Ragnar Fritsch, he has divided economics into two branches. One is micro and one is macro. Now, microeconomics, you can say that microeconomics which focus on individual people and business. When you do the individual study, that's a microeconomics. What is macro? Which concentrate on the behavior of the economy as a whole. So macroeconomy study the whole economy, micro study study the individuals. And these two branches have been created by Mr. Ragnar Fritsch. Next, wealth definition have been given by father of economics, Mr. Adam Smith. You have to remember that. Second, welfare definition have been given by Mr. Alfred Marshall. Okay. Third, scarcity definition have been given by Mr. Lionel Robbins. Fourth, Mr. Paul Samuelson has given the growth definition. Okay, so these four definition name you have to remember. Okay, you have to remember the context. Like Mr. Adam Smith said that economics is a science of a study of wealth. When you study the wealth, that's economics. Mr. Alfred Marshall said that a study of mankind study of behavior of mankind in the ordinary business of life. Like how for the welfare of people, for the mankind, you are performing certain transaction so that their needs will be fulfilled. That's economics. Mr. Lionel Robbins said that there is a scarcity of resources. And when you find the alternate ways to use that resources so that you fulfill your needs, That is economics. And Mr. Paul Samuelson say you are keep finding the pattern of employing your resources. Hana, keep finding the pattern from where you can use your resources to fulfill your needs as well as to produce more goods and services. That is your growth definition. Okay, so all the 4 definitions are important. Now, microeconomics study the behavior of individual. Macroeconomics is a big picture. It is a wide phenomena of economy. You talk about national output, you talk about inflation, you talk about unemployment, you talk about national income, you talk about the national, regional or global economies. So that's a big picture. You cannot calculate the unemployment for one person. You calculate unemployment for whole country. You cannot calculate inflation for one person. You calculate it for a whole country. So that's a macroeconomics. Now you can see this is very much important. The father of macroeconomics is Mr. J.M. Keynes. He have wrote a book, The General Theory of Employment. This is important. This book name can be asked. So do remember the book, The General Theory of Employment, Interest and Money. This book was written by Mr. J.M. Keynes, John Maynard Keynes. He is known as the father of macroeconomics. Now, I have told you there are 3 economic problems we have. What to produce, how to produce, for whom to produce. And whoever take these 3 decisions, accordingly your economic system will be there. If this 3 decisions will be taken by private industrialists, it's capitalistic. By government, it's socialistic. By both, it's a mixed economy. Now we have seen that factors of productions are there. Factors of production help us to produce goods and services. Economy is what? Economy is a system where the production and consumption and distribution of goods and services will be done. But how you will do that? You need a certain resources that you can take to the industry from where you can find the raw material, finished goods, and you can sell to others. So these are the 4 factors of production: land, labor, capital, entrepreneur. They need to produce goods and services in economy. Types of economics is capitalistic. So capitalistic is, father of capitalistic is Mr. Adam Smith. It's a laissez-faire. It means freedom is there. Socialistic father will be Mr. Karl Marx. Plan and command is the other name of this economy. Then mixed economy is a combination of private and public sector that creates the mixed economy. Coexistence of government and private should be there. Okay, now on the basis of interaction with the world, open and closed economies there, you can see when you go with the trade by doing import exports with the rest of the world. So this is your country. Hana, this is your country where you have households like us, where you have government, where you have firms. And when these 3 parties exchange goods and services with each other, they exchange their funds with each other. That's a closed economy. And when you add import and export of goods and services with the same, like now you have expanded your transaction with the rest of the world also, it become open. So open means you are allowed to do the export import with the rest of the world. Closed means within geographical boundary you are only producing goods and services and selling goods and services. Now, based on the activities, primary, secondary. Primary means simply collection of natural resources, you can see. Secondary means processing of natural resources to create finished goods. So you process that in the industries and mill. And tertiary sector, also a service sector in which you provide services like the banking service, restaurant service, educational service, etc. India is a mixed economy where public-private partnership goes on. One side there is a capitalistic economy, another side there is a socialistic economy, and when they both will be merged, that's a mixed economy that India have. So India has a mixed economy. Okay, let me know. Whatever we have discussed today, is it clear to every one of you? Whatever we have discussed till now, is it clear to all of you? Yes or no? So now those who are watching us on YouTube, if you are thinking about it to enroll in the crash course, this is your crash course. Started today from 18th of March. At 6 a.m. we have started your PPB. Okay, and at 8 a.m. we have started your IFS. 2 subjects have been started in this particular batch. Mahapack have double validity plus 81% discount going on, and your batch, individual batch, have a 81% discount on. Apart from that, if you want to enroll in any of these, you have to just download the Adda 24/7 application, go to the home page and click on the JIB CIB section exam category, then JIB May 2024. You will find Mahapack is available here. Click on the Mahapack. Okay, and this is your crash course. This is your crash course. Okay, so in crash course, you can see you will get 200-hour live class. You will get 276 tests topic wise and full length. You will get 184 ebooks also. When you scroll down this, you will find the study plan as well. Click on the study plan, you will find a study plan here. So IFS we started today. You can see from 18th March, 8 to 9 a.m. will be our classes. After every module, you will find module-wise test will be there. After every module, you will find module-wise test is there. Okay. And then after checking all these things, just click on the buy now option, enter a code here, Y496. You will get 81% discount here. Okay. 1% additional discount will be available when you use coins on the application. So 81% discount, 6-month validity by using the code Y496. Apart from that, the Mahapack is there, in which you will get all the benefit of comprehensive batch, crash course, your revision batch, your numerical batch, your power pack batch, everything which have been already launched or going to be launched. Every batch will be enrolled in the Mahapack. Plus mini marathon, Maha marathon per subject will be available individually. Okay, so the much more benefit for will be your Mahapack, and I keep telling you, whenever you find double validity on the Mahapack, go with the Mahapack only, and you will find 81% discount here. So in 5,700 you will get all the batches, the upcoming revision batch, upcoming power pack also available with the 1-year validity, and in the crash course you have to pay 3,700 for the individual batch. Okay, so I guess you can understand the best option will be your Mahapack. Hana? Best option will be your Mahapack, and this double validity plus 81% discount will be available till 12 p.m. today. So do enroll by using the code Y496. Okay, and that's all. So now I guess today's session is clear to every one of you. Everyone is writing yes. And we will continue tomorrow with the unit number 1 of yours. That's an overview of Indian economy. So today's session is a kind of foundation session in which we have understand the basic terminologies or basic understanding of economy. It will help us in the further session. So do make sure you revise this content, and tomorrow we will be meeting again at the same time, 8 to 9 a.m. So do make sure you revise the content, and do make sure you check the PDF as well. I will upload the PDF. Okay. And if one of you and if any of you is thinking about enrolling, then do enroll by using the code Y496. You will get the 81% discount, and see you tomorrow in the next class of IFS. Okay, take care everyone, have a good day, bye bye.